Very good to see you. It's lovely to see you again.
Peace is possible, but it's going to be a long, long haul because you've got to build, if you like, build upwards for a lasting legacy. And that means starting with children first.
We need to believe in peace, we need to talk about peace, we need to carry out activity towards a more peaceful world.
There's a fundamental part of our humanity that wants peace.
It's a great honor to me
per la seconda volta in pochi anni
to have it here again for the second time in a few years at the European Parliament. Very great personality who brings the universal message of peace and of dignity, such as the International Authority for Peace, International Ambassador for Peace, Mr. Prem Rawat. Today,
non soltanto avremo il
not
piacere
only we're going to have the pleasure to listen
le parole
to the words,
toccanti come sempre
touching words
Prem Rawat,
as always,
oggi
by
sarà
Mr. Prem
posta
Rawat.
la
Today,
firma
we will
ad
sign
una dichiarazione di
a
intenti
pledge
che coinvolgerà
which
ognuno
will
di noi,
involve each one of us,
ognuno di coloro che
each one of
sottoscriveranno
those who
questa
are going
dichiarazione di
to
intenti per la
sign this
pace,
declaration
per
of
la
intent, this pledge
concordia, per la
for
dignità,
peace, harmony and dignity.
proprio a significare come
Just to mean,
sull'onda del messaggio
just to
di Prem
show that
Rawat
on the wake
ognuno
of
di noi
Prem Rawat's
si
message,
assume
each one of
le
us
sue
takes
responsabilità
his
nella
or her
costruzione
own
della pace.
responsibility in the building of peace.
Why do we ask the question, is peace possible? Why? Why? Do we not know that peace inherently exists in the heart of every single human being? Why are we asking, can this happen? Of course it can happen. But then the question becomes, why isn't it happening? Because somewhere in our formulas, somewhere in our trying to figure it out, we have forgotten the most fundamental things. Who should be in the middle of humanity? Human beings. Sometimes we forget those fundamental things. That we are human beings. That human beings belong in the middle of the humanity. Not formulas. Not ideas. Because when I travel, when I go places, this is what I see. I see not people being addressed, but formulas being addressed. We want other people to think of us as being kind. You know why? Because kindness is nice. But are we kind to others? To indeed our own? Because every human being on the face of this earth is your neighbor. Why? Because there is no other neighbor out there. Not on the moon, not on the Mars, not on the Venus, not for billions and billions and billions and billions of miles. You don't have a neighbor. All of them are in this place called Earth. Whatever happens, peace needs to be given a chance to flourish. So I humbly put to you a simple fact. And the simple fact is, contentment is not that far away from you. Peace is not that far from you. Never has been, never will be. And peace is not a luxury. The process of peace is not of creation, but of discovery. The process of peace is not of generation, but to unveil all that has been placed upon it from year after year after year after year after year. The distance to the moon is not that great, as is the distance from a human being to a human being. And unfortunately, no missile and no spacecraft can cover that distance. This is about you, my friends. This is about me. We share this time on this planet. It is incumbent upon us to use our resources, intelligence, and the goodness of our hearts to bring forth peace on this planet Earth, regardless of how impossible it may seem. There is one power that we have, and that is our resolve and ingenuity that can overcome any obstacle. And no obstacle is big enough in front of our resolve and our determination. Thank you very much for your attention.
What we got today? A big smile.
It was a tremendous privilege today to play a part in this wonderful event here at the European Union Parliament, and to be introducing and chairing Prem Rawat, who is clearly such a very inspirational figure, and to hear him talking about world peace